All right. Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of the Ruthless ST Radio podcast. As always, I am your host, Nick Bernal, the Ruthless ST himself, along with my trusty co-host, AJ Morrow. AJ, how you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. I'm not doing too bad. Just had a little bit of a pool day, so took some time to get away from that and join the podcast. So we have a special guest on the show, ladies and gentlemen. He is a YouTube sensation. He has got 10,700 views, I believe. He's going to all these car shows. He's been to Slamology. He's been to Good Enough Garage. He's been to Dayton Cars and Coffee. He's been to Horsepower Farm. I could go on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Topwater Tony. Topwater Tony, how's it going?
Hey-o, how's everybody doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing really good.
Doing good, yep.
Just living the dream, man. Ready to get back into it. It's a beautiful Sunday so far.
That intro made me sound better than I am. I was like, who's on besides me? YouTube sensation. That's not me. I'm still trying to climb that ladder.
Oh, you're a bit of a sensation in my book, that's for sure, man. Everybody knows you, and you have a very good good repertoire as far as the background and all these car shows that you go to and all these videos that you make. And I'm a fan. I'm a subscriber, so you are that guy.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I've seen your work here lately too, there, Tony, and it's I like it. It's good.
It is.
Thank you. It's evolved over the years because my channel has actually been out since 2010, and that kind of started with your basic cell phone videos and kind of going through different equipment, trying to find out what I need to use and trying to just get my chops together. So it's been a upward climb. I think probably in the last 4 years or so, I've really been taking it more seriously as far as equipment and just looking at my videos and saying like what I like, what I don't like, and taking away as much as I don't like as I can.
Sure. That's the great dilemma, right? You got to cater to the fans and make sure you give them what they want, but at the same time, you have to make sure it's what you want out of it.
Yeah, well, I think for me, I gotta like it first, and then I hope other people like it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good way to look at
it. Because if you look at the comments, there's probably 98% people that like what I do that actually make comments, and maybe 2% that fall into the hater category. That no matter what I do, there's always a problem. You know, they got to speak up about it.
Sure.
Like I always say, haters are my motivators. So if you have haters out there, hey, at least they're paying attention and they are watching it. So even though that they're giving you a thumbs down, you're still getting dapped because they're actually still viewing it in a sense. But if they don't like it, they don't like it. But if they like it, they like it. That's the way I've always seen it, because good publicity is bad publicity. So it goes both ways.
Well, you have that backwards, I think. Bad publicity is still good publicity.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Tony's got it right. Tony's got it right for sure. But hey,
I wasn't gonna let that slide.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into the show, guys, I do have to pay some bills. Thank some people. Our sponsor, the Car Spa, is a great local business that takes care of all of your exterior and interior detailing needs, whether it's a basic car wash or all the way up to a full-on ceramic coating job. Jeff over at the Car Spa's got you taken care of. Also, for listeners of this very program, we do have a promo code. If you go to the carspadetailing.weebly.com, again, that is the carspadetailing.weebly.com, or hit Jeff Howard up on Facebook through his business page or his Facebook group, the Car Spa, and use promo code Ruthless. You will get 10% off of your scheduled service. Again, that is promo code Ruthless for 10% off.
Boom.
Go check out the car spa. Your car needs this. Sorry,
mine does.
I had to get that out of the way real quick before we got too involved.
Yep. We get in these tangents and then everything just goes woo.
Yeah, yep.
Love it.
I will say I think that's the best one I've done yet. So
That was pretty good.
I liked it.
A for effort.
Hey, thank you. Anyways, what were we talking about again? I think we were talking about the YouTube algorithm itself does some funky things. You know, whether you get your videos promoted or not, I think.
Yes. And that's always hard to understand. And even I'm kind of perplexed about it at times because on my end, there's been a couple times, one in particular, early this year, I flew all the way to Texas for a big truck meet, which was the Lone Star Throwdown.
Nice.
And I'm thinking, okay, this video is going to be, good. It's going to generate a lot of new eyes to my channel and subscribers.
Sure.
And I put together a part one, a part two, and both of them look really nice, I thought, in my opinion.
Yep.
And just nothing happened.
Ooh.
I think my videos were just buried. When I put in the search of a Lone Star Throwdown 2021, I was nowhere near the top whatsoever. So how can I get views if they don't even know my videos are there?
Right.
And what they're going to do is pick like maybe one of the first group and look at them. And mine's either not on the group at all,
right,
or way at the bottom. Nobody's going to search 28 positions down. Oh, here's a video I haven't watched. Let's watch it.
It's the tags, it's the title, everything. There's a lot of. So I watch a lot of Daily Driven Exotics, and they do a lot of clickbaiting. So what they do is they'll put a title in there, and they'll really catch your eye, and then they'll put that portion of it in the middle of the video, and then right before that actually happens, there's an ad that pops up, and you're like, oh, the suspense is so real. I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What are they doing this time? What's going on? Holy crap.
See, that's why that's why for me YouTube Premium is worth it, because I don't have to worry about YouTube ads. It's kind of nice.
It pays the bills.
What does that cost?
I think it's $10 a month.
Okay.
And then you get access to.
I always wondered about that.
Yeah, and then you get access to the YouTube original content, and you also get ad-free videos. I think there's some other stuff with it too, but
yeah,
I use it mainly for ad-free videos.
Yeah, YouTube's come a long way for sure. Back in the 2005 when they came out, it was just there was no ads. Just you could do whatever. But Tony, I have actually seen the Good Enough Garage video. You went above and beyond. You went way out in the parking lot. Nick and I were we're not walking that far. There ain't no way. Absolutely not. Way out there. And we're oh man, this is just, there's way too many cars here. It's just, parking lot after parking lot after parking lot. They wrapped around damn near the whole mall, the whole complex. And you went above and beyond, and you just went and just kept walking. I probably watched, let's see, I know you had 2 renditions of this video, but you did one to where you had no edit, and then the second one you had an edit. So one video was an hour, and I think that you minimized one of the videos to maybe 25 minutes to a half hour.
Yeah, the first video was the live stream, and then the actual video was what I normally do, the editing and adding the music and stuff like that, the fancy stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty intense, and I sat there and I watched it the whole time. I was like, all right, it's gonna be a long one, AJ, but I think I can do this.
Yeah, usually what happens is I get kind of a tunnel vision, and I don't know what the other word is, but I'm always thinking I'm missing something. So if I know there's cars way down and around the corner, I got to see what cars and see if I'm missing anything.
Yeah.
So I had to cover that whole ground at least once. But yeah, it would be nice if somehow they can get all the showier type cars condensed a little bit, so there's less walking. But
right,
I don't think that's going to happen because everybody gets there at different times and whatnot.
Oh, for sure. And then also what really gets me too, and I don't know if you noticed this ever, Nick, in his videos, like he's always giving dap to other YouTubers. Like there's other guys out there that are filming, and he gets them on camera and they get him on camera. It's just, it's an awesome deal for sure.
Yeah, I did notice that in the one or two videos that I've seen so far.
Yes.
Yeah, I like well, I think everybody's younger than I am, but the younger YouTubers. So, I know that they're a little newer to the game a lot newer to the game than I am. So I don't mind like giving them a shout out.
For sure.
And a lot of the other people that I normally see, show to show, I like chatting with them and giving them a pound on screen,
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that kind of became my thing. So every time I walk up to somebody, I got to flick that camera on if I don't already have it and get that pound in there.
Go for Ryder. Him and I, we clicked at Horsepower Farm because he's always seeing me in my Mini and stuff. And I'm sure he's probably missing me right now. He's like, oh, where's that AJ kid at with that Mini Cooper? Like, I don't see him anymore. So, but yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah,
we'll be back here
soon.
Yeah,
Gopher, he's definitely a trooper.
Oh,
I mean, he'll hit like 3-4 shows a day, an evening, or whatever. I don't know how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
But at least on the weekend, actually, he goes to like shows just about every day.
Oh yeah.
Because every day there's some kind of cruising going on that he goes to. Plus, I guess the bigger ones per se, like on the weekends.
Uh-huh.
So he's always got some videos to upload.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he definitely does. He does like features with other like people that have their cars. They're like, oh, hey, shoot me a message and I'll go ahead and I'll feature your whole vehicle and tell the story and everything. But also, what's on everybody's mind, what's on my mind and Nick's mind, where did Topwater Tony come from? I know you do a lot of fishing, you go to a lot of car meets. So where did the name come from?
Okay, well, first off, in 2010, my channel was mostly probably 90% fishing related.
Okay.
And so there's that part of it. The other part of it is my middle name's Anthony. So my nickname would be Tony. So fishing wise, when I'm fishing for bass or muskie or whatever hits topwater, that is like my favorite way of fishing. So it just hit me one night. I needed a nickname. So Topwater Tony.
Boom.
Just kind of blended together.
Nice.
Yeah. My first name's Anthony. So yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yes. It's a cool name, but I go by AJ. So AJ Foy, AJ. So yeah, everybody knows me by AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, that's where that came from, and it doesn't really relate too much to the car stuff. I've always thought, well, since, like I said, the last 4 or 5 years, it's been kind of swung the other way. It's kind of more 80% car stuff and 20% other stuff. But I kind of thought, well, it'd be kind of neat to have like I almost need like 2 different channels. Topwater Tony needs to be all fishing and like some other motion machines or something, YouTube channel, but I don't want to do that. It's going to stay the way it is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
That's right.
Because then you have to build that audience up all over again on a second channel.
That's the toughie part.
Yeah, and that'll take another 10 years.
Yeah, it doesn't work for everybody. So other people have different channels and stuff, and I had to change my my name on my channel. It was Mischief SS, and then I changed it to SS Mischief 1 because something happened. I guess I wasn't getting a lot of revenue and stuff with the videos, so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and start another one and that sort of thing. But yeah, this one's monetized, so but yeah, monetization is your friend. You can get rich off of YouTube for sure, and there's a lot of people that are actually doing it, and with having a lot of subscribers, you can do a lot more. But I always thought that you had to have exactly 1,000 subscribers in order to do like an hour video, but I'm able to do videos that are well within an hour, because in the past, I go on a lot of these cruises and stuff, and I do like part 1, part 2, part 3, so on and so forth. But now I can just loop it all into one video. I mean, it takes a while for it to upload and stuff, but it works out for sure.
Right. I used to do the part 1, part 2 kind of thing. And to me, when I'm watching my videos, I don't like breaking the flow. Once
Right.
it starts, I want it to just go all the way to the end.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
And like when I started, I remember I think the limit was like, is either 15 or 20 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah. So that's when I had to do like part 1, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't really worry about it. If it's a big show or a big race, it's going to be what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what my longest video is. I think that would be a good question. I don't know. I know I've passed like 30 minutes many times. I want to say about 50 minutes, but
your 10,000 subs video was 49 minutes and 47 seconds. Your Street Outlaws No Prep Kings was 43:52. Let's see here. Oh, Good Enough Garage. Yeah, that was the live one. That was an hour and 16. That was hour and 16. And then let's see. Keep going. Yeah. I like to keep it between like 20 minutes and, maybe like 15, 20 minutes or so. Sometimes I go longer with the videos. Yeah, that would probably be your longest one, was when you went live so far, is what I've been noticing.
Right. Well, if I go to the NHRA, next week or this week now,
yeah,
and later on in September, those videos might challenge that hour.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Because the thing is, one thing that kind of drinks up time is if by chance, which I don't do a whole lot of, but it does happen, if I'm like doing an interview with somebody and they're talking about their ride, that might kill 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Which may have to be edited down. It depends on how many ums and like today somebody was talking about their Jeep, and he had some pauses there. He's trying to like think of what he was wanting to say. So I can cut that down. But interviews definitely add to the overall length of the video.
Yes.
And if I'm doing anything kind of what would be not dramatic, but a cinematic, where there's like slow-mo, of course, if it's slower, that's going to add some time too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's hard for me to make anything under 20 minutes if it's a good show.
Oh yeah.
Like yesterday, I went to Cars and Coffee, and there was like not many cars there, so it was easy to have like 8-minute video or whatever it was.
5 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yes, probably my shortest car video yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it was raining. It was raining yesterday morning.
Yeah, the weather wasn't cooperating yesterday for Cars and Coffee.
And some people didn't want to drive in the rain, I guess.
I guess not. Scaredy cats.
You buy these cars to drive them. I understand you want to drive them when it's nice, but I mean, come on. If you get caught in the rain, you're going to get caught in it, whether you like it or not.
But then you get caught in hail, and then you really got to worry.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little different.
Yeah. Well,
I'm hiding.
Yeah, talking to Slimer, there's 2 points. One is, well, if your car has paint on it, you got nothing to worry about. I can see if you have like a rat rod or something like that, but yet then again, if it does rain, it gets a little rustier. I guess in their eyes, it gets a little cooler.
Yes.
But Slimer's Challenger, he didn't have a garage. He didn't park his in the garage, so his was out uncovered while that big storm was going on.
Oh boy!
So luckily there was no damage.
That thing's sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, he drives his all the time.
So,
in other words, he gets his money's worth.
Yeah. So, Tony, what led you to start your YouTube channel?
Oh, that's a good question. Way back then, I was inspired by a guy named Fishing with Joe. And I liked the fact that well, actually, even before that, I always watched fishing TV shows as a kid.
Like
And
Bill
as a kid, I
Dance?
thought, yeah, Bill Dance and those other guys I can't think of right now. The guy with the real blonde hair, Timmy Horton, and people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
thought it'd be kind of cool. Be kind of cool to have like a fishing show. So I saw Joe on YouTube, Fishing with Joe, and he kind of gave me some inspiration. You know, local guy, semi-local guy. He's doing it. I wonder how can I do it? So that's what got me started.
Nice. And then you transferred to cars, and the rest is history.
Well, as a kid, I've liked both equally
Uh-huh.
because my parents took me and my brother to, you know, pay lakes back in the day. That's where we got started, you know, fishing pay lakes.
Uh-huh.
And of course, my mom took me to not Cavalcade Customs.
Yes.
Yeah, is that no? That's one in Cincinnati. What's the other one? The date.
Autorama.
Well, there's another name.
It was called the Carl Casper's Auto Show.
Yeah. Carl Casper's. Yeah, my mom used to take me out there when I was like super young,
Oh yeah.
and I had like a little whatever camera of the time where you have the film and you take it to the little kiosk thingy, and they develop it in 2-3 days, and you find out which pictures suck and which pictures were presentable.
Yeah. Little
So
throwaway cameras.
I've liked fishing and cars and, you know, drag racing equally since I've been growing up.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's just right now, it's easier to make car content than it is fishing, because fishing can be like sitting around for 2 hours before you get a hit.
Right.
And of course, if the camera's on, that kind of makes it worse. You have the camera on, nothing's going on. But then as soon as you turn the camera off to give it a break, that's when you get some action.
Uh-huh. Whereas usually in car videos, there's action all the time.
Yep, it's right in front of you. Just
Yep.
walk to it and do your thing.
Yep.
Now I have a question for you, Tony. Is there ever going to be a time where you're going to have something that you're going to put in the show? As I know you drive a Tahoe or a Suburban, and you have a boat strapped to the back of it. So I know you go to these car shows and stuff. Are you going to get something for yourself?
Okay. Well, for one, yeah, in the video, I'm in the picture on my Facebook channel. That's my Tahoe, which I just recently sold that.
Oh man!
And well, I got a Suburban now.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. The problem with the Tahoe was it wasn't like I wanted, because I really wanted a body dropped, airbagged, or hydraulic Tahoe.
Uh-huh.
And it was kind of it was pretty low. You know, the final lowering got it down pretty low to where it wasn't really comfortable to drive. And actually, the person that bought it, they've already raised it up. So,
Oh,
That's funny.
but
That's funny.
the funny part about it is, since people, I guess, kind of have just really met me in the last few years, they didn't know that I had a lowrider that I sold like 4 years ago, maybe, that I had for like 22 years.
really?
Yeah, it was a real nice 86 Buick Regal
Ooh.
that, I took to all the car shows, cruise-ins. I don't think they were called car meets back then.
Oh wow!
Lowrider magazine shows, and it's got, a few trophies from there. Drove it all over, drove it down to, actually it was painted at the time. My girlfriend, her dad painted for a living. So we drove it all the way down to Bradenton, Florida when I first got it.
Oh wow!
Nice.
And basically took it apart, painted it in 3 days, and basically drove it back with the paint still kind of wet.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
and it was like what they call a marble or bowling ball paint job. So at the time, it kind of, around here, was like brand new. So it
Yeah.
kind of, I won't say it set the world on fire, but it kind of was very different at the time.
Yeah.
So I've had that car. I've had other lowriders and hot rods if you go way back.
Nice.
So will there be something else? I don't know. I live in a condo with a 2-car garage, and my Suburban sits in there and my boat. So I don't really have a room for like another vehicle, which is
Gotcha.
why I got rid of the lowrider anyway, because at the time I didn't really drive it that much, and it just kind of was furniture in the garage.
I see.
But there's videos of it if you go way back on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Nice. We'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, you gotta go way back. That's like a whole nother life ago.
Did you ever go to Cruise Fest or Ass in the Grass or Joker's car show?
All of them.
I was at Cruise
All of
Fest
them.
in 2003, and I went there. I went to Cruise Fest up until the last one that they had was at Killcare. So I might have seen your Regal before, if not one of the other lowriders that you had. But yeah, that's when I got my
You
start.
probably did, because I went to a bunch of shows, and if you're talking 2003, that's before the video age, so everything was just pictures.
Yes, it was all pictures, and I have a full album of Cruise Fest. We won't go there. We all know what Cruise Fest. Well, Nick doesn't know what Cruise Fest is like. He's a little young, but
yeah,
I'm a little young for that.
I went to all those local shows, including like we used to cruise back when cruising was really big before the cops effed it up. Cruising Snyder Park in Springfield, Smith Park in Middletown. We used to drive to Newcastle. We used to drive to Indianapolis, Greenville, Piqua. All those places were fantastic back in the day.
Newcastle, Piqua, those were the spots.
Yeah, I think back then I was driving my 81 Monte Carlo lowrider.
Okay.
I don't remember. No, I take that back. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll stick with that. But with the Regal, I definitely drove to cruise the Snyder Park in Springfield a lot, and of course, the main road out there we used to cruise at in Springfield, because that's when I first got the Regal painted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever year that was, I can't remember.
Man, oh man.
Eons ago, right?
Eons ago.
Yeah, it's like another lifetime ago, back when gas was cheap.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, don't get me started on modern day gas prices right now.
That's a whole different show.
But, I drove it down to Pigeon Forge and that other part of Tennessee I can't think of. The lowrider shows, like I said, drove it to Florida, drove it to Chicago, North Carolina, all on 13-inch rims. When back in the day, people were scared to drive on 13-inch wire rims. I said, "Well, I'm doing
these cars. You didn't trailer queen them. You drove them. That's dedication. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
Yep. That is awesome.
Yep.
Because you don't see that much anymore, unfortunately.
Nope. But like I said, back then people were kind of wondering, how far can you drive on them? Well, I drove 1,000 miles one way and 1,000 miles back, down to Florida. At the time, we even took my girlfriend's car one year down to Miami. And she had 13s on hers too.
Oh, wow.
Nice. So I'm sure you've heard lately of everybody, including Good Enough Garage, in danger of losing their meeting spots, correct?
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna go into
I
this
haven't
topic.
heard. I haven't heard that, but I've heard of the smaller car meets losing their spots because people do donuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, it definitely sucks for one, but I don't know why people just can't be happy with what they have while they have it and just hold off on the shenanigans and do that stuff away from the official meet. Go somewhere else with a group of like 10 or 15, which some people still do. The guys on the west side, they do it. And just go somewhere and have at it.
Yeah,
don't do it at
stay at that car wash. Stay at the car wash in Gettysburg. I saw the videos the other night. I was like, you guys just stay there.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. Like you're gonna piss a lot of people off, and somebody's gonna hurt you, and it's probably not gonna be pretty. I know it's not gonna be me or Nick, but it's gonna be somebody else, and it's probably not gonna go well.
Right. Yeah. Because like I said, it's not like the old days when there's like plenty of places to cruise.
Right.
They took that away. So if they take away car meets and there's no place to have them, then everybody loses.
Right.
Yeah. It's young kids. It's kids. It's not us adults. It's people like Nick's age. sorry.
Thanks,
Nick.
bud. Thanks.
I know you would never do that, but I'm just saying and just being real.
It's everybody. It's older guys too, but it's mostly the younger ones.
Yeah.
Chargers and Challengers.
Yeah, because I've been out to Westchester Cars and Coffee, and everybody with a little bit of power, from 60 down to 18. Leaves a little patch, makes some sound.
Right.
So it's not just the younger people, and that could get a meet shut down too. I'll be there recording it, but as opposed to, what am I trying to say? If it happens, I got to record it. If it doesn't happen, that's going to preserve more time that the meet's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, I just think there's too many spots getting burned because
we don't want to lose Austin Landing for sure. That's a big deal.
Right. I think what they ought to do is, since let's say take for example Austin Landing, there's usually a cop there anyway.
Yes.
Right.
All they got to do is let whatever happens, and have a couple cops on the ready. You got the one guy right down in the pit of the action.
Right.
And what they, as they're going to go flying down the highway. I mean, I know one year there was like a cop right there at that on-ramp.
Yep.
So why can't they do that anyway?
Right.
I don't want anybody to get busted, but as opposed to shutting the thing down, police it.
Yeah. Start busting people.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, even if they just pulled somebody over and gave them a stern warning, people in the parking lot is going to see those lights and be like, okay, I better chill.
Yeah.
Yep.
People like to haul the mail going north on 75. Once they barrel out of there, because there's always somebody right there in the grass, like with their cameras out, and like, okay, all right. I just kind of like just to watch. I'm like, okay, and see what happens, whatever. But I think it's cool for them, like they do that and stuff. But the whole burnout thing and the over revving, and it's just, I don't know, it can get quite annoying. But I get it. Kids like to do that kind of stuff, and and then again, adults like to do it too. I like a little tire squeal, and I like the smell of burnt rubber in the morning and stuff like that. But
yeah,
sometimes enough's enough, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Tit for tat.
I was going to say, out of all the shows and meets I've been to, I think that on-ramp at Austin Landing is probably the safest, best place to do it.
Yes.
Because even if you just accelerate to 60, you're gonna prove your point. It's going to sound good. It's going to look good.
Yep.
And then up to 60, you're fine. You're legal.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's in shambles right now, unfortunately, though.
Yeah.
So how close is Good Enough Garage to losing their spot?
I know AJ and I went to one earlier in the season. I think we go to the opener, AJ?
We did go to the opener.
Was the opener, and
I was there.
I know after the days following that particular meet, they're like, we have to police this better and da 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 da. So I don't know.
Yeah,
And that's what I just said. If they have like well, see, you would need like three, one up near the hill,
Yep.
one in the corner, and one, kind of triangulated.
Yep.
That's all they need to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And have one next to a fellow Audi R8 so no little kid crawls on it and his little sister watches.
Oh, man.
David Ficarelli.
Man, how did he restrain himself when that happened?
I mean,
I thought he was walking around and he didn't even see it when that happened.
There was all kinds of people around, but when you and I walked around it, like, we didn't see no little kids or anybody, but this must have happened after the fact that we walked away from it.
Correct.
And then I saw
those damn parents.
Oh man, I know, right? It's always the parents' fault. It's like, oh man, it's like, watch your kids. It's like, I don't know. What would you do in that situation, Tony? What if somebody's crawling on your boat? What would you say?
My boat? Well, my boat isn't as nice as my car was.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why when I took my car to a car show that I didn't really enjoy myself, because every time I step away from it, I'm looking back at it to make sure there's nobody crawling on it or touching it or stuff like that, which they man.
Yeah. Those do not
the kids probably thought
didn't work.
No, they don't work.
No. Not at all.
They don't work for the kids and they don't work for the adults.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Touch. I got touch. I got lean. I'm like, no.
But see, those kids, their brains are like programmed because they saw that pretty blue paint, which looks like candy. So their brains are just like, go for it,
Yeah.
Let's make love to this car or whatever. It looks like candy. Looks like a Jolly Rancher or something.
Yeah, Jolly Rancher or cotton candy or something.
Yeah.
But let's see, was it Matt Brett? Is it the one? Yeah, we were talking to Matt on the show 2 shows ago, and they were like, yeah, he should change his license plate to Jungle Jim.
Yeah.
I think he should. I think see you later. I think that should go. I mean, that's been on there long enough. He's had that on there since before the rap. But I think he should get Jungle Jim just for the giggles, for sure.
Or Bounce Car.
Bounce Car. Oh man, yeah. I had to do like a little rendition at Carson Coffee when I saw it. I'm like, okay, all right, snap this picture for me. So I was like pretending like I was playing on it. I didn't touch it. I was just kind of like ghosting it, and I posted on Car Talk, and everybody got a lot of chuckle out of that one. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Yep, David's a good dude, but yeah, that would. Yeah, I'd be pretty upset if somebody's crawling on my car for sure.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, but that's one person I've never really talked to. He was at the Cars and Coffee yesterday. I don't think I've ever really talked to him.
He's a pretty nice guy. Yeah, he's a ginger. He's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I enjoy talking to him.
Yeah, David's awesome. Yeah, just don't ask him for legal advice unless you have money. Because I tried that already last year. I went on the right before I went on the triple nickel last year, and we just did the triple nickel last week with cruising around Dayton. So we did last year, and I was passing David from Suicide Garage, and I passed him going uphill. Went around him. I was tired of his car like making this loud, raspy noise. It's super loud. Nick can vouch for it. It's a pretty loud car. I was going around him. I was tired of following him. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go around him. And it was a double yellow going uphill. And I seen this silver car. I'm like, oh, God, please don't be a highway patrol. Please don't be a highway patrol. Please don't be a highway patrol. Sure enough, it was a highway patrol. So, yep.
Oh, man.
It's all fun and games until somebody gets a ticket. So, yeah.
Gotta love
So what did that cost you?
$150. I paid cash. So that was in Athens. I wasn't about to drive to Athens and go to court. So I just went ahead and paid it off. But we were at the Guitar Center meet there in over by the Dayton Mall last year, and I asked David. I was like, "Hey, David, what should I do in this situation?" He's like, "If it's legal advice, you're gonna have to pay me." I was like, "Argh." I asked him anyway. I was like, "All right, what do I do in this situation? What if I got pulled at? What if I got stopped for passing a car on the double yellow. He's like, oh, nope, can't do anything. He rolled up his window and I walked away. I was like, you dick. But yeah, that was my first time meeting David. But after that, we just clicked and stuff. We joke around on Facebook, and now I got something to joke around with him about on Facebook. Is when the
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody's ever gonna let him live that meme down.
No. At first, it was the Audi R8 that jumped the curb. That was the big thing, and now it's another Audi R8 with some little kid crawling on it.
Yep.
And the sister watching.
Terrible.
She was just as guilty as he was.
Well, she was leaning all up against the car too, so
those damn kids.
As much either.
But the little kid, though, the little kid was on top of it.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think the bad thing about it is which I guess is good, with all the people that bring animals, mostly dogs and puppies, to car shows, they are more trained, I guess, than a lot of the kids are.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I completely agree.
Yeah, they're not jumping and crawling on people's cars or anything. And I've seen my friend Jeremy. He's got a couple toys. He's got two RX-7s. He's got a Grand National. He's got a Lightning. But he brings the RX-7s out, and his son. Well, they have a parrot. Well, that thing's squawking and making all kinds of noise. But that thing's all over the place and doesn't bother anybody. It just it brings a lot of attention. Seeing a parrot at a car meet. Thought that was pretty wild. But there's a lot of dogs. See a lot of dogs and stuff. But yeah, they're pretty well behaved.
I went down to mini nationals in North Carolina last year, and there was a chick there that had a goat at the show.
A goat?
Never seen that before.
Wow.
Yeah, that's new.
I'm gonna have to talk my friend Tony into bringing his pig when he gets his javelin done. That'd be sweet. Yeah, have the pig ride shotgun and a 69 AMC javelin. Oh yeah.
Put some sunglasses on them.
Yeah, they don't care. Pigs don't care. You can put clothes on them, do whatever. You can dress them up and put makeup on them. Yeah, they do not care. But yeah, I think that would be pretty funny. I have to bring that up.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody brings a goat and bring a pig.
Yep. Got to try to one-up them.
The things you see at car meets.
Sure. Oh, I know, man. I remember a couple years ago, this one chick had a skunk, and she'd bring it to Kill Care all the time. I don't know. Tony, did you ever see that?
Nope. Never seen a skunk.
Yeah. Got the pouch removed and everything, and she used to bring it to Test and Tune on Thursdays, so I used to go there all the time, and ran my car there, and this lady would be just walking around with a skunk in her, just holding her skunk. I'm like, am I seeing things? Like, what the? What? Is that a skunk? It's like, what?
I guess without the stink, I guess they're just kind of like a cat, I guess.
Yeah,
that's true.
Pepe Le Pew. Without the pew.
Yeah.
Call him Pepe.
There you go.
I thought that was something else. But yeah. Good times. All right. Yep. So what's next? What's the next show that you're going to be attending?
Well, I think my brother's coming into town this weekend, and Saturday morning, Cars and Coffee Westchester. Okay. Then later on, right after that, we're gonna get on the highway and go down to those dudes picnic.
Okay.
And do that. There'll be a hydraulic hop and everything.
Nice.
And I think that's it. And like I said, maybe go to NHRA on Sunday, pending if the weather's nice.
Awesome. Let's see. Horsepower Farm, are they doing the fireworks? Is Opie doing the fireworks on the 3rd or the 4th of July this year?
I don't know, but I missed it last year. I watched it on Devin's live stream. I'm like, I should have stayed there.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
That was the best fireworks show I've ever seen. It went on forever.
Oh yeah.
Longer than any, radio station fireworks show, any of that.
Oh yeah.
So whenever it is, if he has it, I'm definitely going to be there this year because I messed up last year.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there this year for sure. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the 3rd this year. I wouldn't put it past him, but yeah, that'll be so it'll be Horsepower Farm, Cars and Coffee, and then in the evening, I'm sure it'll be an all day thing, and people stay there all the time. Nick, I'm telling you, man, you've got to go to Horsepower Farm. You would have an absolute blast. Nick hasn't been there yet, Tony. Can you believe that?
I've never been to Horsepower Farm yet.
It's awesome.
You gotta go. It's a great location, and it's cool that Opie puts all that on.
Yes.
I guess it's every month or every 2 weeks. I don't know. I haven't been there yet this year.
Yeah, first Saturday of every month, he has the Cars and Coffee, so it's all year round. But yeah, he's putting on the fireworks. They do that every year around the 4th of July. So with 4th of July being on a Sunday, I'm assuming he's still going to have it on a Saturday. So that'll be a good time. But yeah, it was nice display last year. Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to see if Dad and I are going to go to the there's a car show every year in Urbana called the Firecracker.
Oh,
that's actually on July 4th that the Champagne Cruisers put on.
Nice.
And it's as long as the weather's nice, it's like super huge car show, but it's a judge show. We don't typically do judge shows, but I'm gonna see if we'll get the C5s out and go to that. Maybe I can convince him to get the C5s out and go down to Horsepower Farm too.
There you go. Yep. And then I think
of course I'll probably be in North Dayton at that point anyways, so I'll get an extra trip in the C5 out of it.
And I heard of the grapevine that White Trash and White Walls is coming back.
It is. I've heard that too. I also heard that they're charging, I think it's $20 a car to be in the show.
Awesome.
Which really isn't that bad because I don't know about you, Tony, but when I go to like an actual car show, that's about what the entry fee is. It's about $20 a car.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, I was always kind of the different guy about that because, I had my car so long that towards the end before I sold it, my thinking was if you're going to go to win awards, of course, pay what they're asking.
Right.
But if you're just going to go to display, you shouldn't get charged at all.
Right.
And go to display and not worry about awards.
Right.
So, some people went along with that, some people didn't, and I just went on down the road. But I don't know. Everybody thinks differently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. They did trophies at the Edgewater Go Fast Live. Devin had trophies made.
They did. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the pictures of the trophies made. They were
they're Oh yeah.
I'm surprised that meet or that event wasn't bigger than what it was.
Man,
that should have been huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I've been out. Yeah, that was the first time I've been out to Edgewater in like years, a long time. So I remember getting on the highway, looking at my GPS. I'm like, I've got how long to go? I didn't realize this was so far out there.
Yeah. I've never
been driving to Kentucky or something.
Really? So it's like what, outside of Cincinnati?
It's more to the right. It's kind of like you go past Bass Pro Shops, and it's like hooked on around, like, I don't know if it's Harrison but you eventually end up in Cleves, down in the valley.
Oh,
it's out there. I don't know. I guess I just felt like I was going to get there in like 30 minutes, but it was way longer than that.
Yeah.
Man. Cool little track though.
Yeah, that was our past two shows. We talked to Matt on one, and then Devin on. I did an interview with Devin on the other, and we kind of talked about the event and how they thought it went, and their opinions and that kind of stuff. So that was our last two shows that we did.
Did he say why he thought there was like a lack of participants?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember. For what it was, they thought it was a pretty good turnout. There was like 500 or 600 people
Really?
there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they were just all kind of scattered out. Because I got there a little
Possibly.
bit late, and I'm rushing on the highway. Like I said, my head's thinking I'm missing something, and I get there and I look around like, wait a minute, where's everybody at?
Yeah.
And people trickled in from let's say 11:30 to 4:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I don't know. Maybe by the time some trickled in, some left. I don't know. It didn't seem like it filled up that well.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
well, this was a
It is
pretty
all right.
this was a pretty good show, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yay.
I agree.
So, but before we leave there, Tony, why don't you tell everybody where we can find you?
Well, on Instagram, my name is Topwater Tony, all together, no spaces. TOPWATER TONY. And of course on YouTube, Topwater Tony. Facebook, I guess, Topwater. Well, my real name or Topwater Tony. See, that's the thing. Like about 5 years ago or so, my only name for any social media was Topwater Tony. And then Facebook said, okay, we can't do any more nicknames. And they made everybody use their actual name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I kind of quit. I kind of quit using it for a while, but I mainly only use it right now just to see what's coming up, car meet wise or event wise,
Mm-hmm.
and to post my latest video, when they're available.
Oh yeah. And now Facebook actually gives you the option to put like in parentheses Topwater Tony.
Yeah, I kind of wish they can just. And I've got an actual Topwater Tony page,
Yes.
but once again, I don't really mess with it that much. I just post, and if someone leaves me a message, which is kind of rare, I guess I'll read it and respond.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my social medias. No Snapchat, no OnlyFans, not yet anyway.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm sure you wouldn't have a problem with subscribers. I mean, I've seen some of the women that you hang out with.
Well, yeah, I guess. There were. I was friends with more, model types back in the day.
I noticed.
But yeah, lately not so much. I don't know why.
All right. Well,
Jeez.
on that bombshell. Oh, I still giggle every time I use that line.
Yeah.
But on that,
you got to say it like Jeremy Clarkson. On that bombshell.
yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the nice accent like Mr. Clarkson does. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm a redneck American. I don't have that luxury. So, but on that bombshell, it is time to end this week. Tony, thank you for coming. And like I tell
Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Like I tell everybody, don't be a stranger. We always got the seat open for anybody that wants it.
Yep, come on back.
Yeah, for sure. And
that'll be cool. Now that we got the bugs figured out of the connection, whatever the bugs were, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
All I know is I think when I opened the app up, it did ask me about like using your voice, which it didn't do that before.
Uh-huh.
So I had to allow that to actually get you to hear me.
Well,
but I was driving down the road, so I couldn't really mess with it too much.
Right.
Yeah.
I was probably messing with it more than I should have been.
All good.
But I made it home safely.
Oh, for sure.
That's all that matters.
That's right.
All right. Well,
safety first.
On that note, everybody make sure you do check out the Car Spa. They pay some of our bills here. They keep our cars looking all nice and happy. And, use promo code Ruthless for 10% off. Get a hold of Jeff. He'll get you set up and fixed up. And we will see you guys next week. Next week, I do a one-on-one interview with Michael DeGiorgio from MD Beyond Cars.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one. So, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.